Who you got? Tank or Jake? I don't know. Tank better whoop Jake Paul ass. I ain't even gonna hold you.
ChatGPT said, "At the end of the day, I'm the one who gave this guy a real shot, an opportunity he could have only dreamed of. He should be the one showing gratitude because I'm the one signing his checks. I'm the boss here, and he answers to me. On November 14th, I'm not just going to beat him, I'm going to teach him a lesson he'll never forget. He can talk all he wants, but when the moment comes, he'll realize who's in charge. I'm the one putting in the work, taking the risks, and owning every second of this game. So, let's make one thing clear. I run this, and that's 100% fact. Every bit of it. I'm the one he'll have to call boss when it's all said and done."
Anybody that ever rocked the mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked the mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female, like, come on. It would be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that, but P. Diddy. When things got like that, no, listen, when one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis had already set the internet on fire. Clown props, trash talk, and a $2 million side bet had fans glued to every second. But what went down when the cameras stopped rolling? That's where things got real. Backstage, all the fake smiles disappeared. The tension was so thick you could feel it in the air. Shouts echoed, threats flew, and both camps were seconds away from a full-blown brawl. Security had to step in before everything exploded. What was said behind those closed doors changed the entire tone of this fight. This isn't just about Jake's size or Tank's knockout power anymore. It's about pride, legacy, and who's willing to cross the line when no one's watching. Let's rewind a bit. Jake Paul, standing tall at 6'1", came into the press conference like a showman ready for war. He brought props, mocked Tank's height by calling him an 8-year-old sparring partner, and even hired actual clowns to make fun of Tank's mohawk. Then, he went for the jugular, dragging up Davis's past legal troubles just to get under his skin. It wasn't just trash talk anymore, it was psychological warfare.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always Like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like, it turned from love to hate.
For most of the press conference, Gervonta, Tank, Davis managed to stay calm, brushing off Jake Paul's jokes and taunts like a pro. But the moment Jake crossed a personal line, throwing out cheap shots about Tank's past and making jabs about domestic violence, everything changed. Tank's expression hardened instantly. That cool demeanor vanished, and the room went silent as he fired back, not just at Jake, but at his trainer, Julian Love, too. The energy flipped from entertainment to pure hostility in seconds. Then came the real question from the media, one that hit a nerve. Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy you took this fight instead of going for the Roach rematch, or facing names like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Teofimo Lopez. What do you say to that? It was the question everyone wanted answered, and the tension in the room made it clear. This fight isn't just about bragging rights anymore. It's about proving who deserves to sit at the top of boxing's new era. When they finally faced off, Jake looked down at Tank like a big brother picking on a kid, and Tank didn't take it. A quick shove turned into mutual shoves. Security stepped in, but the real heat started after the cameras left. Backstage, things went from trash talk to personal. Witnesses say Tank marched straight to Jake's locker area, shouting that anyone who drags his family into this will pay for it, and that he'd put you to sleep before the fight. Jake shot right back, saying if this wasn't on Netflix, he'd end Jake's career in that hallway. The argument blew up so fast crew members had to force themselves between them. Jake's team tried to smile it off, but Tank's crew was deadly serious. For a few terrifying seconds, it looked like the whole thing could turn into a real fight.
Jake Paul saved him from that.
Should he have fought Roach? Do you think he avoided him, ducked him, or anything like that? It was just this business decision.
I can't say, bro. It looks like it. It looks like he didn't want that. He didn't want to go back down that road, and Jake Paul saved him from that. You know, Jake Paul saved him from that, bro. He got out, you know what I mean?
That's the one that's going viral, Chin. That's a good one. Jake Paul saved him, got you. I mean...
Yeah, but that's the truth, it seems like.
Yeah.
And Roach, you know, hey, Roach came with it, bro. And it looks like through their familiarity of coming up in the amateurs and all that together, you know, Roach really know him better than most fighters.
Might have heard this song before.
Him, you know what I mean? Roach know him, bro. So
yeah.
I think that was a, you know, hindsight, always 2020. I didn't think he wanted to go back down that. That was a tough out for him.
And here's the twist that set the internet on fire. Fans who were backstage caught bits of the chaos on their phones. Those shaky clips are now everywhere online. Tank standing inches from Jake, finger in his face, his voice sharp with anger, and Jake smirking back like nothing could touch him. So, what's fueling all this tension? For Tank, it's all about respect. This is a man who earned his reputation the hard way, one of boxing's most feared knockout artists, a multi-division world champion who's dropped elite fighters with ruthless precision. He's spent years building a legacy inside the ropes. And now here comes Jake Paul, A YouTuber turned boxer, a showman with more followers than fights, mocking him, clowning him, and acting like he belongs in the same breath as the sport's real warriors. For Tank, that's not just disrespect, it's personal.
Bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them.
Will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were like to beat him or even like knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him. Bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or like all that stuff, right? At the end of it, bro, we just want to do what's best for ourselves, right?
Facts.
Right or wrong.
Facts.
So just do what's best for you.
For Jake?
For Jake, this isn't just another fight. It's validation. Every time he's stepped into the ring, the world's doubted him. When he faced Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, even Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., critics said he didn't belong there. But each time, he proved he could hang with real fighters. Now, going up against Gervonta Tank Davis is his boldest gamble yet, a true test against one of the best pound-for-pound boxers alive. For Jake, even surviving 12 rounds with Tank would silence a lot of voices and force the boxing world to see him differently. This fight isn't just about winning. It's about respect, legitimacy, and proving he's more than just a viral name with gloves on.